Now coming to a very important topic, that is ABAP managed database procedures. Okay, so here we have discussed, guys, just a minute. Yeah, hello. So here we have seen that ABAP managed database procedure is part of my top-down approach. Now we will see and understand ABAP managed database procedure. We will create an ABAP managed database procedures. We will be calling that AMDP in our ABAP. We will see how we debug those AMDPs. Okay. Now, firstly, what are AMDPs? Okay. So AMDPs are nothing but they are database procedures only, but they are managed by ABAP. So AMDPs are fully managed on ABAP server. You can say like any other ABAP source code. Okay, these AMDPs are basically very easy to consume in ABAP code, and you just can consume them like a simple method call. Okay, so starting with ABAP 7.4 SP05, SAP offers AMDPs as top-down approach to create and call stored procedures on SAP HANA database. This should be very clear. Okay, that means it is a top-down approach which is used to create and call stored procedures on SAP HANA database. So as soon as you create AMDP and as soon as the first call to this AMDP class method is done, the simultaneously a database procedure gets created on the database layers. That means it deploys the database procedures corresponding to AMDP on database layer, and I will show you exactly how it is done. Okay, so we will see in detail. Now when you use this new AMDP technique, your editing, activation, transportation and lifecycle management of database procedure, all these things are performed on the ABAP application server. So using this AMDP, we have couple of advantages. First advantage is SQL script code is edited and managed in ABAP repository object. That means you don't have to go to the database layer in order to build your logic and create database procedure. You can do that from the ABAP layer itself. The code which you would write within that particular class method would be your SQL script source code. It would not be OpenSQL. However, you would be able to write that SQL script code from your ADT in Eclipse or HANA Studio. But you can write it directly from your application layer. You don't have to go down to database. Second thing is that SQL script syntax check is integrated into ABAP syntax check. That means it will help you with the syntax check also. It will highlight you if there is any syntax error or anything missing from the syntax perspective on SQL script. Thirdly, you can debug AMDP. Okay, this is again very interesting thing. We will see how. So you can debug your SQL script and you can check where it is going wrong or at which step it is giving what values. Okay, and fourth thing is that you don't have to perform any manual activity on the database. That means that these stored procedures are automatically created and deployed on SAP HANA database. When they are deployed using our first call approach, or you can say lazy approach. That means whenever any OpenSQL or any program will make first call to this AMDP class method, at that time the stored procedures would be automatically created, or you can say deployed. So I would say that using AMDP procedure, it is the recommended way of using SAP HANA database procedures in applications. What applications? ABAP applications. Okay, so we will now see that how AMDP are created and how they are consumed. Okay, So we would require ADT, that is our ABAP development tool, because from your SAP GUI workbench it is only read only. So if you want to create it, if you want to edit it, then you have to come to your ADT, that is ABAP development tools, in your HANA Studio or Eclipse. How they are created? So ABAP managed database procedures are created as methods of ABAP classes. Okay, but in contrast to our normal methods, they are not implemented with ABAP source code. Okay, so they are implemented using the database specific programming language, which in our case is SAP HANA SQL script. So this particular uh, source code, I would say it is very much specific to HANA database. That's why AMDPs are database dependent. That means unlike OpenSQL and CDS views, which can work on other databases, AMDPs won't work. So you can say that it is very much specific to HANA feature and works only on HANA database. Okay. Now, whether a method is implemented in ABAP or other language, like whether a method is implemented in ABAP or using SAP HANA SQL script, it is specified with addition of database procedure in method implementation. I will see. Okay, but first let us see how class is created and method is created and what are certain prerequisites which needs to be followed. So we will quickly jump to the class part. So here if you see, let me just create another class, new ABAP class. I would write here. Okay, so by this you will be also able to understand that we can create a class directly from this ADT tool. It is very easy to create. Okay. Yep. So we have created this particular global class which is z gucl underscore demo underscore amdp. This is my definition part and this is my implementation part. Okay, and these are its sections: public section, protected section, and private section. So we will make use of public section for our demo purpose. Okay, now a couple of things basically we need to highlight. First, that classes that are to act as container for AMDPs have to be implemented by an interface which is a marker interface, I would say, which is nothing but if underscore AMDP underscore marker underscore HTTP. Okay, so first thing is we would basically mention that interfaces. Okay, so this is the first prerequisite wherein I am marking my you can say class by this marker interface. Now couple of things. So now we would be creating a method definition for my AMDP method. Okay, so couple of things I will quickly highlight and then we will create that AMDP method parameters which are allowed. Okay, would be importing parameter, exporting parameter, and changing parameter. That means you can create your class method for AMDP using importing parameters, exporting parameters, or changing parameters. However, returning parameters are not allowed. Second point to note is that your AMDP method parameters have to be passed by value. It is always passed by value. I will show you. The third important point is that those parameters must be either of table types or scalar types. So whenever you are defining any parameter of a method, it has to be either scalar type or table type. That means you cannot basically define a parameter of type, let's say structure type or dictionary structure type. They are not allowed. Also nested tables or deep entities, they are also not allowed. You can have the scalar importing parameters, can have default values as well. Now AMDP methods you can define in any of this particular visibility section, that is either public section, protected section or private section, and this ABAP class can contain a mix of ABAP methods and AMDP methods. Okay, now you can create or you can define AMDP method as instance method also, but they are always executed like static methods. So it's better to define them as a static method. Okay, so let me first quickly create one structure which we would be using. So I am creating just a structure because I want to create a table type for that structure. Okay, so ID, I will have only two fields, ID and name. So this is the ID of customer and this is the name of customer, and this is exactly the way we create a structure. Okay, I have created a simple structure in a public section. It is showing error. Yeah, then let me create a table type. Quickly I will create a table type standard table of ty_s custom with default key. Okay, so here I have added an interface. I have created my structure. This structure and table type I would be using to define the parameters. Now quickly I will create a method definition. Okay, so I am using this class methods because as I told you that it would always be executed as a static method, so that's why I am creating a static method here. I will give a name of this particular method. Okay, it will have, let's say, importing parameter. Now this importing or exporting you have to pass via value. Okay, you have to always pass it via value. Secondly, you can have importing parameters, you can have exporting, changing parameters, you cannot have returning parameters. Okay, let me provide this importing parameter name. Now this type I was telling you about, that it can either be a table type or it can be your scalar type. It cannot be of structure types. Okay, so s underscore. Okay, so I have provided, I will give one more input for mandate. Okay, so I have created this importing parameters. I will create one exporting parameter, exporting value, and this I want to create as a table type. That's it. So here what I have done, I have till now we cannot be sure that this particular method will be AMDP method or normal ABAP method. Looking at the syntax, it is very much similar to our ABAP class method as well. Okay, so I have created a method. I have just defined its parameters using importing and exporting values, and we are using pass by value. Okay, now comes the implementation part of it. Okay, now again there are certain things which we need to take care in the implementation part. You turn a normal ABAP method into an ABAP method by adding certain things, like by adding database procedure to the method statement, that is beginning of the method implementation. This would be followed by your database system, in our case would be HDB, and the implementation logic language, sorry, and in our case it would be SQL script. Okay, so the method body of such method is implemented using SQL script source code and not OpenSQL. Okay, so let us see the additions available. So here I am basically do implementation method math underscore procedure. Then I have to add this by database procedure. Okay, it will be followed by for HDB. For HDB, that means for HANA database language, it would use would be SQL script. Okay, then there is one more addition options, that is we are making it as read only. This is the only option as of now available. Now there is one more addition which is known as using. Okay, so if you are using any particular tables, if you are using any particular views, or if you are using an existing database procedures within your this particular method body, then you need to specify all those things. Okay, so you need to specify, let me just do an end method. Okay, so in our case we would be, let's say, fetching data from only one table, let's say S custom table. So I would mention it. Okay, now it says that the body of an AMDP method cannot be empty, which is fine. So what I have done, now I have made this particular method as an AMDP method by these additions, that is by database procedure, for HDB, language to be used is SQL script, options that is read only, and using S custom. So this S custom is the table which I would be using. So all the tables or views which are part of your you can say user schema or default schema, you need to mention here. Okay, so now we will go ahead and build our logic. Let me just, yeah, so again let me just reiterate again that all the ABAP dictionary tables or views and other AMDP methods that will be called in this particular procedure body needs to be declared using this keyword using. Okay, now once you have declared it, you can address these objects without any prefix of your SAP sys ID, and they can be called and used. Any objects outside our SAP system ID schema are not ABAP managed, and therefore they are not part of using clause. So developers themselves have to make sure that they are available at runtime. Okay, so whatever we are here mentioning, uh, it should be part of SAP system ID schema. Also, if they are not, then it becomes complete responsibility of developer to make sure that they are available at runtime, because by default. Okay, so let me just write a select query. Okay, it's fine now, right? Okay, hello. So this custom is my table name from which I am going to. Okay, hello. Is it audible guys now? Okay. Okay. Got it. Shall I rejoin or just a minute. Hello, hello. Am I audible, guys? Hello, hello. Okay, 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 great. So I hope if it is better now, shall I proceed? Not good. Okay. So let me just rejoin then, because it's still breaking. So guys, what I will do, uh, yeah, let me reconnect again. Okay. So I will reconnect. Okay. Just a minute. So what I will do, I will just stop the recording. I'll leave this session and I rejoin, and then let's see if it's fine or not. Okay. Strange. Let me just share the screen. Okay. Good. Okay. So I will again come back. So what we have done, we have implemented this particular method as AMDP method. Okay. Now here I am using this S custom. This S custom is a table which I would be making use of in my this source logic. Yes, I have shared my screen. Are you able to see, guys? Okay, great. Okay, okay, fine. Okay, great. So, uh, okay, let's again. I will go back and so basically here what we have done is we have created the implementation of this method math underscore procedure which we had defined. Okay, now we have done certain additions to this method implementation, like adding by database procedure syntax for HDB language SQL script options and using, and by doing this we have made this method as AMDP method. Okay, now here if you see I am using this as custom. So all my ABAP dictionary tables or views and other AMDP methods that will be called in my procedure body must be declared using this using keyword. Okay, so that's why uh, I am going to use this S custom table. That's why I have basically mentioned it here. If I am using multiple tables or views or another database procedures, I will be adding those as well here. Okay, so I'll quickly write a logic here in our case. So let me just write select id comma name from this S custom. So this is the table I am using here. This is the database table I am using. So that's why I have to mention here. Okay, custom where equal to. Now this is my input parameter, and how I am using it, by using colon and followed by this. That's it. So what it is saying, okay, and this select query output data I would be taking in ex underscore data exporting parameter. How? This way. Okay, so this is just a very simple select query which I have written, which is not OpenSQL, but it is your SQL script code, and I am basically just doing a select query and getting the data in ex underscore data, which is my exporting parameter. That's it, guys. So we have basically built our first AMDP class method. Now we can directly consume it. Okay, you can also make use of existing database procedures, and you can call those database procedures within your AMDP method. I will show you how. Okay, now if you see here that this editor, I mean, uh, just a minute. Okay, there it is locked. So what I will do, I will open SM12. Okay, so we have basically done with the creation part. If you see here, this our ADT editor, it provides a very good support for AMDP methods. So you would see that the semantic code completion for ABAP part, syntax check for SQL script code, syntax highlighting for SQL script code, debugging of ABAP method, all these things are possible using this particular editor. Okay, so this is again a, I mean, very good tool, and it provides a good support when you are creating your AMDP. Now comes the consumption part. So first I will show you one example on how to consume this particular AMDP class method which we have just created. Then we will go one extra step and see how we can call an existing database procedures within your AMDP method. Okay, so I will go to this thing. So here this is my class name. So let me copy it. So you just need to provide the class name and you need to provide the method name. Okay, now this method has this importing parameters IAM underscore name and IAM underscore mandate, and it will return data in my exporting parameters which you can make use of. So if you see here, from my ABAP application itself, I am creating database procedures, and from my ABAP database application layer, I am consuming it also. Okay, so if I just execute it, you would see invalid data, output not possible. Okay, just a minute, we'll see. Mandate equals to this and name is equals to this. Met underscore procedure, IAM underscore name, and my client is 800. This is fine. So let me take another example here. In this case, sy cl underscore demo underscore mtp. Yep. Okay, so I got the data. Okay, so the purpose of showing you is this, that this is a very simple way in which you can call your AMDP class method from your application program. Okay, now going one step ahead. Okay, I said that you can also consume your stored procedures or existing AMDPs from your this particular AMDP method. But before that, there are certain points which I want you all to just understand. First thing, that AMDP methods are executed like static methods even if they are defined as instant method. This we now know. Secondly, when an AMDP is processed, the ABAP kernels calls the corresponding database procedure in SAP HANA. That means whenever there is the call to this particular AMDP method, what happens is that the ABAP kernel will call the corresponding database procedures in SAP HANA. Now AMDP makes sure that the database procedure is available at runtime. Okay, how? So firstly, the database procedure is created at first use. So in case of this, you would see, I will show you in the database layer how they are created. Okay, secondly, the database procedures which are created at the database layer, they exist in the schema SAP system ID. Okay, so what will happen? A new version of database procedure is created each time the source code or dependent objects change. Okay, and the obsolete versions are deleted asynchronously. So this is how it works at the database layer. So I will show you that. Okay, so method underscore procedure. Guys, till now any question? Okay, so the last point I said was that there are a couple of points. Okay, let me just show you in the system only, it will be better. Okay, so here if you see, I have created this particular AMDP. This is my method underscore procedure, and this I am using invalid data output is not possible. Okay, I am fetching from S custom only. Just a minute, let me share this particular and I am underscore data. This is exactly same I am using, so it should work in exactly same way. Strange. Okay, guys, anyone facing the same issue? Okay, okay, fine. Okay, yes, yes, please. Okay, so basically, I was telling that, see, with this particular first call to AMDP, okay, what will happen, that corresponding database procedures get created at your database layer and it exists in the schema SAP system ID. So let me show you that. So we will go to this particular catalog. The schema I have shown that it is SAP system ID, this one. Okay, SAP HANA DB. Inside this you will see this procedures. Okay, so if I put a filter here, and let me provide the name, this is the name. So if you see here, the corresponding database procedures got created at the database layer within the schema SAP HANA DB. Okay, so if you see here, this is the schema details which gets created automatically at the database. So in the database, this is how it would look. Create procedure, this is the procedure name. It has this two input parameters, and basically this is the select query which is taking place. So this is how it would look. And the structures which we have defined here, that also gets stored at the database. How they are stored like this? So we have these two input parameters and exporting parameters. So this is how it gets stored. Okay, so you would be able to see them at the database layer also now. Now this new version of database procedure is created each time the source code of or dependent objects change. So if I make any changes, a new version gets created, and the obsolete versions, they are deleted asynchronously. Okay, I hope you understand now. Okay, guys, everyone is facing the same problem, or are you able to see the screens? That is HANA Studio, Eclipse. Are you guys able to see? Okay, okay, perfect. Okay, great. Okay, so any questions till now? Okay, so any questions till now? So we have seen how we can create an AMDP, we have seen how we can consume an AMDP, and how a corresponding database procedures get created or deployed at the database layer at the first call, and they are stored under schema SAP system ID. So in our case, it is SAP HANA database. This. Okay. And here if you see, yes, I can see my procedures, and corresponding table type is also available. You can see that also, which gets created along with this procedure. And these are different, you can say, versions which gets created. But as a whole, you would see this is how your database procedures look actually at the database layer. See, this is the procedure name. These are my input and output parameters. This is of type this table type, and this is my select query. Okay, and from, so this is the S custom table where this and this. Okay, so this is how this database procedures look at the database layer corresponding to our AMDP. So we will now go one step ahead. So I have told you that you can use an existing AMDP method also within your AMDP class method. So let me just show you quickly one example of that. Okay, so I will create one more class method, let's say method procedure 2. Okay, and I will create its implementation. Okay, let me just copy this. Okay, now this would be 2. Now here if you see, I don't want to use this logic, I want to use an existing AMDP class method. So in our case it would be this one. So I would say Z. Okay, so here if you see, you need to specify the AMDP method like this if you are using that, and within that, when you want to call another procedure, how you would be calling it? This call. Okay, provided with IAM underscore name comma IAM underscore MANDT comma ex underscore data. That's it. So here what I have done, that in my method procedure 2, I am using this meth underscore procedure. Okay, let me just reshare it, but it's strange. Are you able to see now, Sarah? Okay, great. Okay, so here if you see, great. Okay, so here if you see, this is also how you can make use of your AMDP method. That means using this method procedure, and I'm calling this procedure. So what happens is that, suppose from outside, if any method basically calls this meth underscore procedure 2, sorry, if any program, so what will happen, it will go here, it will call this procedure. So this particular method underscore procedure would be called, and the underlying logic would be executed. The data would be sent to this ex data, and this ex data would be sent back to my this particular output. So if I let me activate it and execute it, so I got the data. Now you can also put breakpoints. Okay, so uh, okay, that means you can directly debug also. Let me just show you. Okay, so consider that I need to debug this particular. You just provide a, you just double click it, so it will add a breakpoint, and you just need to execute it. It will ask for debug perspective to be opened. You click on switch and you would see that it has opened. Now this mandate field 800 and SAP AG is being passed, and if you see here, the control is with this. Okay, now you can basically debug it like any other debugging, and you would see that output is coming. Okay, so that means that you can also debug an AMDP directly. So this also gives you a very good feature if you want to understand, I mean, how this debugging is working, at which logic or at which statement it is failing, or what data it is sending back. That also can be done. So I mean, there are many variations and many things you can try out with your AMDPs. Okay, so I would leave up to you guys to explore more in detail, but overall, how AMDP works, what is AMDP, how it is consumed, how it is debugged, and how to call existing tables or database procedures from your AMDP methods, everything we have covered.
Thank you very much for supporting and encouraging SAP Yard. Please like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn and Instagram. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell icon. Please email us at mailsapyard@gmail.com or WhatsApp us at +1 251 727 9273 if you have any queries. Looking forward to seeing you live on the training day. Have a safe and wonderful time ahead. Thank you very much.